Yeah? So I'd like to just say, watch Canadian Prepper on his video, his babyface prepper man, he stay all night in his car with heater. Minus 50 wind chill, yes. I would thought maybe if he go park somewhere, maybe park near a building where wind chill not be problem, or park in woods next to trees against where the wind did not blow. But no, he won't go park out right in the middle of nowhere. Oh, in my country, we go around somebody, we sit there and we all stay warm together. Yeah, we drink the drink and we cuddle and all this, Okay, I ready? Gas mask? Okay, yeah. Hello, my name is Novacks. I have Novacks, this is my name. And Chris, he now go to see man about dog, and he say for me to talk about automobile, okay? I am also technical man, and I fix a car and a big car, and things with wheels on and things with tracks on, yes, like tanks and things, yes. I was mechanic blacktop first class, yes, in my own country, yes. So I sit today and chimp upstairs playing video game. He make noise, and I have some food to eat, some beautiful food. We always have some fish. You should eat fish every day and drink beer, but beer gone. Maybe chimp still take upstairs. I don't know. I shall go find out in a minute, yes. And I have plastic toy here, which make me feel comfortable, okay? Because when you have one real, you give name to. When you have plastic toy, it's just figure for the heart, So yes, today I want to tell you about video I watch on YouTube. Yes, now I like Canada. I've never been, but they have a band called Rush come from there. Yes, good music, good rock music. Yes, Red Barchetta, you know this one? Very nice tune. Yes, and I also have Canadian Prepper, which I watch. He's interesting, yes, and place is cold. It's a little bit maybe colder than my home country. My home country minus 30 when it get really cold, and plus 40. Yeah, we have more warmth than cold, but the cold snap is very cold, yes. So I see man, a baby face prepper boy, he go out, drive his car into wilderness and camp for nights where wind chill factor at minus 50 degrees centigrade, which I think maybe he have a bolt maybe loose in head because anybody else go home turn heating on. Yeah, but I understand maybe he want to practice his prepping skills. Hang on, gas mask is a bit tight, yes. No, so yeah, I watch him. But I not criticize what he's doing because maybe he's practiced for Antarctic or something like that, yes? But it made me think, what is in Canada? Because it's so cold, the fluids in vehicles freeze at different temperatures, especially a battery, for instance. What sort of protection do they have? I'm under impression maybe they have special electrics or heated systems, which I will talk about in a little while, but what I want to do is explain a little bit now about motor vehicle fluids and when they freeze and what you can maybe do about them. Now I do understand England is very mild. In fact, it's like summer here at the moment. Yes, it's like plus 2 degrees outside. It's nice. I go put mankini on, maybe later go sunbathing, yes. But at the same time, people sometimes they're stupid because what they do, they think, oh, it's okay, everything's nice, and suddenly, boom, you have snap coldness where temperature drop down to minus 3 or 4, and then things start to freeze, yes? Now, I have friends, long time ago, English, he have transit van, and he used water in winter in his cooling system, yeah? What happened? The cooling system froze and the ice had pushed out the cold plug-in block, which was very silly. he could have cracked the engine block and that would be dead engine, but he was lucky. But he's stupid man, very stupid man. I think man have to get himself Ushanka and cuddle up with dogs to keep warm. Yes, that's all you need. Don't need heater in van. So now we'd go outside. I take her outside with car, and yes, Chris have no car. And I talk a little bit about fluids in the vehicle, and one of those, the most important one, is your battery, okay, because it will have a freezing point at some point, yes? So if you like film 2012, I think it is, yes, where have snap freeze, really cold, goodbye battery. So, okay, no further ado, we go. Okay, so what we have here, Chris, new car, yeah? It's Vauxhall. Nobody wants a car like this nowadays. It's way cheap, yes? Chris always get rubbish from people, but actually this good car, this very good car. So before we talk about fluids, I'd like to talk about the air actually in tires. The colder things are, the more air contracts, becomes dense, okay? Which means there's less of it. Now, it is a gas, so when it warms, it expands. So you must monitor your tire pressures, make sure everything is okay. If a tire is soft in bad weather, it sometimes helps traction on when you have snow. But if it's too soft, you can lose off rim, which is not good to change when you have like storm, okay? So you must check to see which pressure you can get your tire down to and be able to pump up tire again. When it's extreme weather the other way, 40 degrees centigrade, you will find that the pressure in the tire will be more, and it will actually wear the tire, okay, in the wrong places. So you must be able to monitor, make sure you can adjust tire pressures as needs be. So anyway, fuel in tanks, petrol is never a problem, very cold weather. Diesel a little bit, but of course if you're working extremes with diesel, you will have other heated lines, things like this. But diesel is much better now than used to be. But the problem you will have is water in fuel, okay? I have seen this even on mild freeze, where water in fuel line has blocked fuel line and then splits because ice expands, yes? So be mindful and think about things like this. Always keep your tank topped up, no condensation in summer, and drain fuel filter in engine often, okay, if it is a diesel. Petrol, no problem, okay, there's not so much of absorption, but diesel and water always separates, yes? But that become problem. That does become problem, especially with big lorry too. So now we go to front car, go under the hood, as you say in America, yeah, or in Britain it's the bonnet. My country, carport. Поднимается carport. We'll have a look and we'll see there, and I will talk about fluids under the bonnet, okay? Important. So how you say now on the bonnet? Yes, we have some fluids, okay? Engine oil, we have gearbox oil, power steering fluid if you have liquid power steering fluid. You have brake fluid, you have antifreeze, carrying motion, you have your battery, okay? Now with brake fluid, it's not a problem, they do not have a figure for freezing, and the same with engine oil. But when you are running in very cold environments, it is these figures you need to pay attention to, okay? So the 10 really W is winter. When it is thick and cold, because viscosity will be thicker, always thicker when colder, you want a lower figure here, okay? So 10 or 5 or 00 W, whichever 40, okay? Because 40 is the hot viscosity afterwards, yeah? This can be important. The hot countries, maybe Syria or something like this, you maybe have 2040 or 2050, which is actually good because it's so hot it will stay thin, okay? And the reverse when it's cold. The colder it is, the lower the figure should be on the first one. Okay, so 10W winter, okay? It is very important when cranking and starting to pump oil around system, okay? Now, with antifreeze here, it will freeze or turn slushy, and you get protection on this. At 50%, it says down to minus 32 degrees centigrade. So, our Canadian prepper out there at minus 50 wind chill, oh, that's a problem, okay? Now, you can go up to 70% on this, will give you more protection. But like I say earlier, what you need to do is park somewhere where you don't get wind chill, okay? Minus 35, it freezes that. The battery is exactly the same. Now, before I talk about battery, screen wash, okay? You can buy all sorts of special stuff. You can buy lorry stuff, which will go down to minus 28 degrees centigrade. With this one, minus 5, which is sufficient for UK. But when you get very, very cold temperatures, you don't get water, do you? So you can clean your screen with your hand and then carry on, and everything is actually drier. But always nice to have screen wash, but you spray it on and you wipe it, and then the spirit, it evaporates and you get fucking ice on the windscreen. How about that? Okay, so our special friend here, the battery, good relationship with this. Now, what you must remember is that if it has electrical charge, it will not freeze quickly, okay? If it has no charge, it will freeze at a very low temperature, which means that you are going to have a cracked case. The plates inside will be squashed by the ice, yes? So you must be aware of this. You can insulate batteries, or you, in extreme, you have the battery inside the vehicle, okay, where it will be warmer, yes? But the good thing to have, always remember, is to keep the damn thing charged and don't have parasitic drains on it. So if you're out at night and you have to stay in vehicle, use auxiliary battery and keep your vehicle battery, once it's charged, in that state, okay? Because it will give you cranking amps, but less cranking amps the colder it is. As the voltage drops, it is more susceptible for freezing, okay? So flat battery is going to freeze in minus 10, yes? Where minus 35 degrees centigrade it will freeze, okay? So again, wind chill factor 50 will fuck your battery. You have to protect it. Okay, so I think maybe, other than saying that with your antifreeze in your vehicle, you must always make sure it's a good mix, and it is live. So you change it at a service interval when it's needed, okay? For winter and for summer. Okay, so anyway, that's enough from me. Now you are going to fuck off back in the house because it's a little bit windy out here. Okay, so you enjoy this information, yes? I say, when cold, always get Ushanka. Keep your ear warm, yes, and protect the brain, because it's the most important organ, of course, yes? And Chris, he sent me a message, okay? Now, in my country, we don't use mobile phones to send messages. We use a carrier pigeon, and then we eat carrier pigeon after we read message. So he sent carrier pigeon. It's a do not kill messenger. I'm joking. He says, don't forget to tell them about veg oil waxing. Yes, actually, oh yeah, veg oil. If you're using the straight veg oil in engine with your car, really, you should never just run it on cool veg oil, because you need to warm it up to get viscosity, same as diesel, okay? So you warm to engine temperature, which you need a heat exchanger for. Yeah? Now, veg oil, she waxes very, very, very quickly. You put some in fridge, you see it's just like porridge. Yeah, so imagine outside, even in England, you have porridge in your tank, it will not move. So you have to make sure you understand about veg oil, even when you mix in with your diesel, okay, because it will wax. Diesel nowadays has very little sulfur in it. It is removed, which was a lubricant. This was what used to make diesel wax, excuse me, in diesel engines. But now sulfur take out, it have much better for cold weather, of course, yes, but there is still a limit where it gets to before it starts to get too thick to be able to inject or pump, yes, so you must be mindful of this. And you're English, you have a diesel engine usually, yes? If you're Canadian, you'll have a petrol engine, you turn key, boom, away you go. Very easy, yeah? So anyway, thank you for watching. My name has been Ihava Novacks, and I will see you maybe. If you like my presentation, I can tell you more, yes? Okay, goodbye.